Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. Hopefully, you guys are doing great. Sorry I missed yesterday. I just so tired. I don't know. Just didn't have the energy to stream. Uh, yeah. Sorry. But nothing much happened yesterday that didn't happen. Well, wasn't sort of done on Tuesday. So no harm, no foul, I guess. Let's go over right now because things are happening. Ooh, we got interesting stuff happening already. Hey. Bloody Nora, mate. So this is obviously already of interest here. It's already coming into this level here, which is the top of the previous there. Got buyers coming in. I mean, we had a large sell-off here, stop out outside of the weekly range already. But this again just looks like it's a nice little wall for us to be stopped at. Pretty heavy on the shorts here. From the looks of things, there are a combination of liquidations here and also here, but majority of it seems to be new additions of people willing to go short, so it's something. Jobless claims in 4 minutes. Cool. That's gonna be good. Once we hit jobless, I think we'll sort of get everything else. Jobless, what else? Continuous jobless for Jan. Feb. So 192. What was previous though? So yeah. Damn, what the hell? What happened at Egypt? No way. Holy hell, Egypt. It looks like it's time to go to Egypt for a vacation. I think we go to Egypt. This is why I like going to countries with high levels of inflation, because the currencies are cheap, so you can spend more without spending more. Since that's taking its time, we already know sort of look at that. They just want this here. They're just hungry for this level to be held down and choked. So there's bias to be held here. I guess there's biases to be held on both sides. So looking at that, I mean, it's just here's where your support is, and your resistance just is at the other door. Like hello. So you're looking for price to actually break one way or another. I mean, looking at the first step here, I think first is always going to be down based off of this until we sort of clear the initial longs that we got here. But I think at some stage these longs were probably liquidations. Looking at how aggressive this move was, even if it was compact. So maybe we'll drive more liquidations if we sort of hit into here, because there must have been a reason to sort of place a wall at this point there. So there's some entity in sort of saying price can go back into this even if we sort of tip away. The more we sort of come back to it, the more likely we are to hit it, as long as this sort of stays active and willing to be a participant. But yeah, looking over at Tuesday, don't have 1040 because 1040 was the time Jay Powell spoke. So that came in here. There we go. There's your 1040 candle. So I mean, if you enter short on the close of here, just one candle of antsiness, then it just comes back down your way and finishes off at 130. Wait, just find some balances here, and we can look at that and sort of on Bookmap. There we go. It's sort of finding itself back up, which is nice. Just taking out that liquidation, you can see just driving itself down. If it loads. There we go. Just coming back to the area where we had that higher level of short, just present here. You can see just collecting that here. We're initially looking for a double bottom anyway, and we just got these sort of very just, oh yeah, let's see, free money sort of grab, come back down, then on our merry way we went. Until we started adding sort of long positions just above here. You can see that those coming in here, the liquidations as well as actual real longs coming in, sort of taking out the Monday high. Just as you can see here, this was the Monday's range here, and this was the sort of high as previous week's 50%. We can get rid of that. Just coming up to the first sort of expansion level, and then just nail in the coffin on Tuesday. You guys should, it's just the easiest setup in the world. There was your rejection here, and there was your double bottom reclaimed here, but that double bottom found resistance here. You can see that volume getting absorbed. There you go, there's that hitting into that wall there that we were looking at just after the left, 22,315. 315. Let's see where they left that at. I mean, they do have stuff there. Oh, they don't come take it, Turbo. I'm all in a Turbo long stop. Yeah. I mean, they'll probably hit it up, and you'll see it. You'll see them take it. You'll have plenty of time. I mean, you'll have probably 15. Like, you'll have 15 to a half hour to react to it, if anything. And it's all off the balance of this sort of close here, just because we're looking not to close at the same place and reaccumulate volume at the same place. That would just be stupid, because that would just mean, well, okay, we're just collecting longs, we're going to drive these guys out at some stage in time. But as long as we sort of keep it uppity, then we can sort of maybe expect a retrade, then maybe higher, potentially. But pretty much the week just went, and we'll do Tuesday into this range wherever it is. There we go. That's Tuesday's highest point. And there we go. So that's Tuesday's. That's the entire week's range. You can see that Monday came in. They just went. The gradual trend was go high. Then Wednesday came in, just EP here, then reversed on. Thursday sort of took out the range low. You can see that here, a nice little stop on here. As long as we retrade back to sort of 50% here, we sort of maybe can short that, reshort that back. But if we sort of, I mean, that will be our most logical sort of step into saying, okay, that's where we want to sort of stop in and sort of play with traders if we're sort of coming into here, because people will get sort of tempted to buy this breakout. If they don't buy the breakout, then they'll sort of buy into here, but that's where we can come back down and sort of break these guys at even. So yeah, you'll have time. We still have Friday, so Friday will probably likely to come back into and follow Tuesday. If you look at sort of anything major, and we've got good numbers coming out of this jobless, which has been decently the case for the last couple of numbers. We've been getting surprisingly decent to, I don't know, the continuous jobless games was down, excuse me. The 4-week average is down, but this just shot it up. Oh my god. Just looks like it's an outlier data. This is why I need glasses. Yeah. Again, you can see the 4-week trend was meant to be down, and we got this very large outlier, which is interesting to say the least. We'll see if there's any other sort of major news. Uh, no, no, Morgan Stanley bad. No. Bad thing AI is the real deal. No. AI is the real deal until it's not. We're gonna invest in Microsoft, invest in Google. Oh my god. Tea. Ah, god damn. Alphabet market cap was hit by 100 billion after Google's boarding currently asked. Oh no. See, that's the thing. Imagine losing 100 billion just because your stupid AI couldn't answer a solar system question. Ah. Yeah, no. I mean, I agree with them. Like, AI seems to be the next buzzword. Metaverse was the buzzword until it wasn't. Crypto was the buzzword till it wasn't. I still think VR has some strides to be made. AR as well. It's still like, ideally, I think that would be where the future of gaming would be, but it's just so hard to sort of say, yeah, it's definitely the future, because the cost of investment the cost of entry to play VR on a personal computer is just super expensive. Could you quickly check the charts? Which charts? Which charts? God damn! Are you just trying to make me look? You're just trying to make me stare? PS5 VR2, yeah, I think that would be a lot more palatable. Cause here's the thing. So, PC side of the thing, it's you have to get a computer. So you have to get a computer. So that essentially will at least run you at least 1200. Like, that'll at least run you 1200. Then you're chilling. It's like, okay. So let's see what can I do from here. You got two options. You got the high end options again. You got 1100, or you got a nice cheaper option about 450. Then for console, Microsoft doesn't have anything, but Sony has. You got the PlayStation 5. Well, again, 500, 550. 500 for the console. That's your entry. 550. You can see that's only about 1150. 1100, 200. So hopefully that will make it a lot more palatable, and the reviews were good and stuff like that. But you can see PC side of things, it's just not viable. I mean, Oculus has a standalone, so you can standalone say, oh yeah, 4500, or there's the new one coming out. Let's hopefully that can prove itself standalone. But generally, most people use the Oculus on the PC. It's just you'd rather have a PC powering things. You can play more graphically intensive games, and so on. And it's just, I think that's what it is. And here's the vicious thing: it's like, so people are not entering in. There's less of a market for VR. Therefore, there's less developers for VR. Therefore, there's less titles. Therefore, there's less interest. Again, it's just a vicious cycle. Unless one developer can have the cojones to say, you know what, I'm gonna release the best game ever and make people come to VR. You can also trade on your PC, so that yeah, exactly. You can trade. Have you ever tried trading in VR? It's actually kind of fun. It's like you're into the mainframe. This is why I like VR. Good morning. it's struggling. Bitcoin's struggling. I mean, we know already it's got a massive sort of molehill to conquest. It's not really buying up, which is the annoying thing. It's moving up. It's not many not many bids moving it up. It's just very reactionary at this point. But I think they're just looking to be hopeful and add longs into this area. I think that's the major thing they're looking for with this sort of stalling. We need trading view VR. Oh, you just got desktop VR mode. Like, it's just like cool. Oh no, that would actually be cool. No, yeah, that like an actual like application just built for VR. It's like, oh yeah, now I can have like 50 screens and I can just turn around and I'll be trapped. The numbers will have me. That will drive you insane after a while. Like you go crazy. It's just too many numbers, too many. No, but yeah, VR, the new VR headsets are doing a lot. There's a lot of advancements coming out. I don't think it'll dial it out like 3D TVs or 3D, the 3D fan. Just because there's been a lot of interest from consumers. So like this is why, I mean, I don't mind sort of having sort of shares in Meta. When the timing's right, of course. Go away. Kicks me off my own workstation. When the timing's right, but it's just depends on that. Get liquidated fail, like getting slapped by a dildo. It's just like a massive red thing comes in, you get hit. It just like you won't physically get hit, but you just hear this slapping sound. And you're just like, oh no, you fall to the ground. It's just like, no, not again. Can you get it? Yeah, I mean, ES is just up there. I mean, it's just nothing really interesting. I mean, it drove up there. It's nice. It's what we wanted. It's now just trading between these two areas again. Nothing out of the ordinary. So if this drops, Bitcoin will drop pretty much all we're sort of looking at now is if ES is taking itself down, Bitcoin will obviously go down. And Bitcoin again just missing this one just to take the mic. It's just I mean, if it tries to hold anything, it has to be here. Anything else, it sort of drops back down, at least sort of to take this out and complete this sort of void out here. How's Dixie doing? We'll check on Dixie. Again, just looking like he wants to close back here, just spells trouble for it. See on the daily, not good, very bad. Looks like it's just trying to find its way back down to here. Looks like anything denominated by US dollar will have a rise. So any sort of US dollar pairs will probably look good now. Gold still sort of dilly-dallying here. You can see that here. Sort of pushed down, hidden just dilly-dallying, which is good. It's partially a good sign. If it sort of collapses further, I'm happier. Remember, we're gold bears for a while. I don't know until I don't know where am I until. No, don't say that. Don't say pump gold. Never. There we go. I mean, it's already coming back down shorts. Doesn't fall for retail narrative. But yeah, I mean, some certain extent there's some correlation because Dixie is correlated to any sort of US denominated pair, so therefore ES is what's called in, and Spider is correlated to some certain extent to Dixie, even if it's inversely correlated. Therefore, Dixie is correlated to Bitcoin, because ES and Bitcoin are correlated. It's correlated. What's it called? Correlated by association. Bitcoin was just standing there. His mate ES was doing something naughty, and he was done in cause of association, isn't it? He wants you right. Of course I do, innit? It's just association thing, innit? But yeah, there's some reprieve here. There's some sort of push down. What about Bookmap? Yeah, when's that coming out? Let them like fix it off, like this dumbass Java. Like I don't like Java. It's coded in Java and I absolutely abhor it. Like, how hard is it to code it, change it? Dixie rules the world. Dixie rules anything denominated in the US pair. It makes sense though. If your denominator looks weak, then your overall currency looks stronger. Simple. Like it's never been harder to explain. Like it's just simple sort of. I teach these to like kids, man. Like, it's, you have an X and you have a Y. If Y decreases, your output Z increases. If X increases, Z increases. If Y increases, Z decreases. And it has to be changing. It's delta change. Because if both of them go up at the same time, so both your thing goes up and that, it'll be changing, and versus changing that will essentially it's a rate. There were some superb new pictures all here, and the other day, new Discord emojis being demanded. When I have the energy to like pick up, like I'll continue. Like, you don't realize how much energy it takes just to be on stream at like here. Like most days I just don't want to stream. Like it's been like that for a while. But I'm like, I can't do that to you guys. Not for too long. I would feel right. I would feel like a right tosser, wouldn't I? Yeah, I mean, this item's just hanging around here. I mean, it's just where we wanted it to stop, I guess, around here. You can see it's just accumulating. At the same time, it's stuck between a rock and a hard place. But it's just sort of which way will it break. Ideally, we want it to break down. It's a nice little down sort of move here, at least sort of down to here. But like with these sort of bell bottoms here, I just don't like that. Stop watching Coronation Street and get to the treadmill. Yeah, I mean, I've been exercising. It's just I don't know. I've been trying to get my body active, but it's just like, I don't know. I think it's just like my brain just snapped, and I can't put it back together. Like it's just taken a while. Like it's just been like, just like my brain just gets frizzled. Like I'm surprised like I can even like focus on these streams. Like that's. Has it been months? Jesus. Usually it's not that long. Usually it's like a couple of weeks that I snap. Then I'm back. But I think it's just like too many things have been going on, so it's just like it's been hard to sort of find my groove. No, I just haven't been back into it. Hopefully I'm back soon. I just need to get. You know what? I just need to get cocaine. Cocaine fixes everything. Now it's just like just too much effort to come back. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to see, but it's not even down to me. It's just down to my brain chemistry at this point. To see if I can come back. See when I come back or not. It's sort of dilly-dallying again. That's still sort of active. I mean, hit out into this one. We've got these longs here. We just want to see if it sort of hits these walls at this point. Like, I'm not gonna go outright and just disappear on all of you guys. No, I'm never gonna do that. It's just, yeah, I'm doing bare minimum that I know I can do until I know I'm back. Like, because in my state, I'll probably say something that's wrong. Bull market is what I need. Nah, even in a bull market, my mind sort of snaps every now and again. And I don't think we're gonna. He's just hanging around. It's just a nice little arc. I think it wants to come down at some stage. Like, there's no way they don't want to bring this down. Like, looking at things. I mean, look where we reached the highest point here. Oversold. This just in a further extension, and it's just driving itself down. See that slow trend down. Sort of the impulse is down. You got your other two slowly coming down. We still have ways to go down if we sort of start selling. And then once we start hitting that green, we can get that double bottom and hopefully down to here, then drive ourselves up. Let's sort of remove this. I think we're done with this for now. We know where the 50% lies, but you're just looking at how even this volume is. It's just very nasty. So I mean, this is where you'd maybe look for this as a shape if you're being bullish, but if you're not, moving down. Is crypto easier to manipulate than, say, forex? Crypto is a weird one because in some cases yes, in some cases no. In the cases where it's no is when you get people just doing stupid things, so they have to, and it gets really wiki like this, so it's so they have to sort of counteract fast and bring it back. They have to counteract fast, bring it back. Forex and indices are more controlled because they're so heavily manipulated, because you would never get them out of control. So I would say forex and indices are more manipulated, but it's controlled manipulation, and therefore it makes it more predictable. Whereas Bitcoin, it's they're manipulating it, but it's a wild world out here, to say the least. Oh, what? Seriously, they got variable. Number one Bitcoin trading oh, god damn. There we go. God damn. How is this embedded in and not just a JPEG? So stupid. Like, why is this affected by Night Reader? Look, why is his colors getting inversed? Oh, customizable. Buy, sell. I mean, they got a lot of type of orders, I guess. But preview platform, there we go. We'll see. No, we can't see. I mean, it looks nice, I guess. Very nice. About maybe it's in the academy, tells you how it works. Yeah, no, I don't need courses from you, man. No, it just doesn't say anything. I would not know. Let's see. Okay, commission. There we go. Commission is 0.5%. That's really low. Minimum order size 0.01. Financing day. So that's Jesus. That's a lot. Every 24 hours. Trading hours 24/7. Okay, there we go. Margin requirements. Is that in Bitcoin? Yeah. No, it doesn't say anything. You'd think they'll just have it plastered, but if you're saying it's weird. BingX have a better interface than Prime. I love to trade CDFs, but I'm too scared to use their dumb system. Yeah. Who uses Prime XBT? Yeah, I think a lot of people use XBT because I see that tag on Twitter. Does liquidity concepts happen in Forex? Still applicable in crypto? What's stretch? Yeah, it's still applicable. Everything's applicable everywhere. The only market where it is not applicable. No, there wouldn't be a market where it's not applicable because the goal is just the same. It's just creating fear, uncertainty, and doubt in Cretans. FOMC, for short. Yeah, XO and SC are shells of XBT, but do they use it? That's the real thing. So and it will always be sort of valid just because the whole goal of trading is trying to take someone else's money. So you enter your money in, hoping you take someone else's money. And that's the whole goal. So that's the same thing for what's it called again? He appears. He appears. That's the goal of sort of the market makers as well, just to take your money. So they will sort of manipulate and say, "Oh, look here, price is going down, it's breaking down," and breakdown traders or breakout traders will short this here. And get liquidated. Longs will get liquidated here, so it'll be a twofold. Then they come back and close this area here, back where they have all the volume sort of asserted at. Then they go for another one, again another stop, and with this sort of working the low here, and the constant sort of taking longs out the market whilst introducing shorts, tells you that they're gonna go high and they're gonna be very aggressive. And they were super aggressive, and you can see that. I mean, they got one wick here, closed it off, allow people to get short, and liquidate the longs that were that introduced here. So it's just understanding that they're just doing it to mess with people. And the only sort of difference would be not indices. Indices will trade similar, if not the same. Will be sort of, I think stocks to some certain extent will be somewhat very, and no, not really actually. It'll be very similar in terms of understanding how it sort of derives its sort of price, if not exactly the same. The delivery is always the same. It's just someone with a lot of liquidity is delivering you price at a certain point. And they're trying to make more money from the initial investment, and that's it. So where it might be they got in early, so they're just trying to make sure that the thing sells at a really high price and it just pumps it up. It can be through that way, or it's just something that's range bound and they have to sort of move market sideways to take people's money. You can look at it through that way. Okay, my head's all but gone. I can feel it going. I can feel it. I can feel it. Interesting. Similar sort of structure. You got these bottoms here, sort of high, sort of hard to tell where it's gonna sort of ultimately break. But I'm leaning towards high, I guess. At least sort of see us here. If it sort of bounces on the other side, we can sort of maybe do it like that. But other than that, not holding out too much hope. If you sort of look at where ES is at in sort of relation, you can see it's pretty pin heavy. So there is sort of a glimmer, but not too much in terms of hoping. You can see the trap liquidity here, but at the same time, it sort of held off on the initial candles here on the previous days. So the current days is looking a bit garish if it sort of pins itself here in terms of rejection. If it sort of doesn't find its footing, it sort of drops back down to the place we were looking at for a while now, or even lower to sort of satiate our bloodlust. But again, it's sort of make or break deal for it. If we look at which way it's breaking, the fact that it's going high before 10, it's kind of not where you want it at. We could easily just stop hunt and middle finger to everybody, go down. But only real thing to watch is probably just if we revisit here, we revisit here. I mean, we already deviated a lot from the Asia consolidation here, so you can see that it's not even comparable. You can see the movements about it's pretty much at the limit where we'd expect it to move out from. So not really expecting too much for it to come back into, but if it comes back into, it could be a sign we reject it. And that's pretty much my time for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream and found it informational. I mean, I could go on, but I know my head's just going to go round and round and round in circles. Let's see if we prepared anything for Friday. We got Fred Waller. Other than that, Bank of England, Dire Straits. Actually, the GDP month on month, I guess, could be nice for a Bank of England. But yeah, I mean, so the UK market may do something, I guess. We'll see what happens. So it might be a nice little setup for Asia, England time here. So it's something to basically take note at. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say for today. You guys should know what you guys are doing for today. Hopefully you guys do. Either or, trade safe. Hopefully you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.